Andarki Swagatam Suswagatam. Greetings to you all and welcome back to our November month cluster complex meeting. Well, in this short video, we will be exploring and making an attempt to briefly explain the agenda points with supporting information. As you all aware that in this month, for the first time in this academic year, we are going to have a subject teachers cluster complex meeting at the mandal headquarters instead of the cluster venue, right? For the remaining HGTs and primary level, the venue remains the same. So this is the modification that has been done by the government of AP School Education Department. Now, without any further ado, let's get into the agenda point of the cluster complex meeting for the month of November. So number one, session 1 is how to track and how to bring back the long absentees and what are the different strategies that the government has been providing in terms of administrative support, in terms of the teacher-parent communication. The second session is self-assessment term 1 model paper. So we have recently completed the essay 1 for all the subjects for a long marathon time. Now, what kind of questions that have been framed? Let us have a brief review and discussion the complexity of the questions pattern in terms of free responses, multiple choice questions, and as well as application based questions. To what extent the question paper has been prepared feasibly. Let us have a constructive discussion so that we can opine our own views and ideas. Next, session number 3 is syllabus completion in accordance with the SCRT academic calendar. Then fourth one is GFLN, Guaranteed FLN, which stands for Foundational Literacy and Numeracy for the primary. And we have secondary school certificate, in other words, class 10 SSC syllabus action plan for our class 10 students to improve the pass percentage. Then followed by model lessons from the SCRT point of view, from that given handbook point of view. Then the second video will comprise the preparation for Mega PTM, Parent Teacher Meeting 3.0, and what are the logistics, what kind of preparatory strategies that we have to adapt for the successful and smooth conduct of the upcoming Mega PTM. Then finally, we'll have brief session on best practices, followed by submitting the feedback with the help of multiple choice questions and closing remarks by the Samagra Shiksha and SCRT officials. So this is the briefest agenda that I can help the RPs to facilitate the complex meeting in an effective manner and smooth manner. Now, opening and orientation. So, dear teachers, please ensure that by 1 p.m., all our respective teachers at the respective venues should capture the facial attendance for accurate tracking of the presence of the teachers. Then, let us clearly set the expectations to align the teachers establishing meeting purpose. Then, we have briefly explained the session flow, and let us have a collaborative tone where all teachers can equally participate, opine, and share the best possible insights and ideas for the successful completion of cluster complex meeting for the month of November. Now, let us have a session-wise PPT. So, dear teachers, wherever you want to explain, please make use of these bullet points. You can pause it, stop it and explain, and invite ideas from the teacher so that you can pass a little time, then have a beautiful brainstorming discussion session. So number 1 is how to track long absentees. So here, why does it matter? Because it impacts the academic performance of the institute, the administrative performance of the school, right? So tracking absenteeism is crucial for effective remedial planning and academic accountability. This also ensures support and structured intervention for struggling students from the Samagra Shiksha, SCRT and Department of School Education. So let us identify the slow learners. SA1, based on SA1 performance, we can have C and D, which are who are nothing but slow learners for remedial instruction. Then All these things can be discussed in the session 1. So here are the few bullet points which you can briefly cover. Early communication to the parents, guardians for prompt intervention. సో ఇప్పుడు పిల్లవాళ్ళు లాంగ్ ఆబ్సెంటీస్ అవుతున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు మా స్కూల్లో ఒక 6 మంది డిఫరెంట్ వర్క్స్కి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు. సో కొంతమంది మైగ్రేట్ అయ్యారు, కొంతమంది వెల్డింగ్ వర్క్ తీసుకెళ్లారు, కర్ణాటక బార్డర్లో కొంతమంది ఇద్దరు అక్కడ ఉండిపోయారు. సో వాళ్ళతో మనము ఏ విధంగా అయినా సరే ఎక్కడో ఒక స్కూల్లో జాయిన్ అయ్యే విధంగా వాళ్ళని కొంచెం మోటివేషన్లో ఇన్సెంటివ్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే ప్రజెంట్ ఉన్న డిఫరెంట్ స్కీమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద గవర్నమెంట్ని క్లియర్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడము. తర్వాత స్కూల్స్ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ఇండివిజువలైజ్డ్ ప్లాన్స్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, let us address the specific unique reasons behind each student's absence. ఇక్కడ హెల్త్ రీజన్ కావచ్చు, ఫ్యామిలీ ఇష్యూస్ కావచ్చు, ఎకనామికల్ ఇష్యూస్ కావచ్చు, మెంటల్ హెల్త్ స్ట్రగుల్స్ కావచ్చు. సో ఇలాంటి యొక్క రీజనింగ్ని మనం బేస్ చేసేసుకొని వీ కెన్ అకార్డింగ్లీ టైలర్ ద సపోర్ట్ టు ద డ్రాప్ అవుట్ ఆర్ ఆబ్సెంటీస్, రైట్? దెన్ ట్రాన్సిషన్, ప్రొవైడింగ్ అకాడమిక్ అండ్ ఎమోషనల్ గైడెన్స్ త్రూ కౌన్సిలర్స్. Then followed by the teacher accommodation, providing positive climate, tiered incentives, and peer support, parental community engagement, public recognition, and conducting interclass competitions for the utmost attendance of the students. So initiate friendly class versus class competitions, focusing on the attendance rates to build collective efforts. So in this way, we can explain the session 1, how to track long absentees. Now let us go to the syllabus completion. So this is briefly can be touched upon. So to what extent? So because of continuous cyclones, due to natural calamities, local festivity programs, so maybe our class specific syllabus might not have been completed at par with the CRT academic calendar. So let us try to bridge the gap with the discussion of the fast completion of syllabus without skipping any conceptual gaps and clarities. So we can discuss that. Then model lessons provided by SCRT for both primary level and secondary level. So these the storytelling group activities, teaching strategies for class 1 to 5, Jadu Pitai material has been supplied by the SCRT and Samagra Shiksha. So to what extent can we maximize the utilization of the TLM provided by government for the outcome for achieving the learning outcomes set by the each NCRT and SCRT curriculum. Then for secondary level, lesson plans have been already pre-designed, and to what extent those teacher handbooks can be found useful in our PLC, which means professional learning community. In other words, peer learning circle discussion can happen to strengthen our school culture and provide supportive learning for our dear students. So here students are very low profile and economically and underprivileged, but we are the GSTs, means not good service tax, we are the government school teachers. So GST stands for government school teachers, right? Then followed by the strategic plans. So here for session number 3, we have a separate session for primary level guaranteed FLN, which focuses on the literacy and numeracy, supporting all lifelong learning, which we can discuss the importance of FLN for early grades 1 and 2, 3. Then conducting baseline test and child-wise tracking. We also have review of 100-day action plan for both primary and secondary. Then accordingly identifying the specific gaps and ensuring measurable progress. So something that can be observed and can be tracked and can be assessed. Now in secondary level, we have 100 days action plan which has been already supplied by the SCRT in consultation with the DGE, Director Government Examination, conducting improvement strategy, subject specific techniques, in terms of blueprint, model papers, conducting slip test, day-wise assessments for the difficult and the easiest things for slow learners as well as the high achievers. Then planning micro teaching at the cluster level and as teachers at the respective venues, we can have our own important concepts that are frequently tested in the public examination and preparation of study material by our RPs or utilization of SCRT material. Now, let us have an elaborative discussion on SSC 10th class action plan. So, dear teachers, are you with me? Hope you are all able to follow what I say here in English. So, let us have a little patience to complete the part 1 video, right? So, let us all understand the syllabus again. Let us go through the official syllabus examination pattern supplied by DZE in BSc website, Board of Secondary Education website. Especially in the recent times, we have got the latest blueprint, weightage and model papers. Please watch our videos to download the question papers, and we can help our children, students to go through the model papers supplied by the DZE officially. Then study timetable has been provided by the DGE and SCRT, and how to set achievable goals. So let us break down any important or long lengthy answer into manageable paragraphs, manageable chunks, and then daily, weekly we can ensure that students can memorize them or practice the answers. Then gather study materials, prioritize subjects, study techniques, conceptual clarity, and make concise notes. Students can actually write their own notes from the provided material. Remember the keywords, formulae, keywords, and flashcard for quick last minute revision. So these are IFE visual aids, diagrams, flowcharts, mind maps for different subjects and different concepts to easily memorize and remember them, especially for science and social studies. Then handwriting. So face is the index of mind. Like that, for any evaluator, if he or she wants to give more marks, then handwriting should be legible and clearly written on the paper. So with these understanding and with these information, we can have practice and revision, practicing the model papers, previous question papers, attempting mock test, revising regularly, triple R technique, read, revise and recall. So ranam, rudiram, raudaram kadikada, read, revise and recall through frequent testing, self-test made exams. So focus on weak areas. Then session 4 is peer discussion, collaboration, sharing the insights from the field experiencing, and facilitate of lessons by the concerned RPs. Then we have mega parents teachers meeting, which we discuss in the second video, right? So at this juncture, I would like to halt it, and do take care. Jai Hind. We will take up this in the next part of the video.